everyone, it's Kyle. I wanted to share this really incredible lesson that I learned today. Just kind of overwhelming me with joy right now, and I feel like wiser, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So this morning, Chris and I kind of got into a little spat. I wouldn't obviously call it a fight. It was just like a disagreement, I guess you could say. And this is how it went down. So if I don't leave the house by 7:10 in the morning, I don't get to work by 7:30, which in a sense is important that I get there by 7:30 so that I can leave at 4 and I can pick up Landry at daycare before 4:30. And my dogs are running, like, do you ever see when they get like that burst of energy and they run in circles? So anyway, I was holding Landry, I put him down, and I got a book that he really likes, and I put it down in front of him, and I just started, you know, pointing to stuff and making animal noises with him, and I was really just trying to get a kiss out of him before I left, because in all honesty, I get really weepy and sad when I think about how fast time is going, and how much I miss Landry on a daily basis, having to send him to daycare and me going to work. So sorry if I get emotional, but it's just another moment in time that I'm like trying to hold on to. So Chris very rudely said to me, "Can you just go?" And it just was like a stab in the heart to me. Like that just sucked that he was that rude about it. And it was really weighing heavily on my heart when I left for work. And I know where that like attitude came from is because when I leave, Landry, he doesn't throw a fit, but he starts to cry, and Chris has to calm him down, and then, you know, depending on how long that takes, then he might be late to work. So it really, like, I know that me getting out of the house at a certain time doesn't just affect me, but it affects Chris as well. And anyway, I was just in the car, and I was really just praying to God, saying, like, when are you going to call Chris? Like, his heart feels so hardened sometimes, and like I really need him to seek you first through all things. He's not doing things with love, it doesn't seem like. His kindness is just, it's not there lately, and I don't know what it is, or what I'm doing wrong, or what he's not seeing. I just need you to, you know, be present in his life and like really have him awakened by you. And I was just bringing it all to God, because honestly, it's like the only thing that helps me cope. I could go to my friends, I could go to my mom, I could go to my sisters, I could go to anybody I want, and they'll all give me great advice, but nothing's going to put a peace in my heart the way that God does. So, you know, anyway, I'm just praying on it. And I should have mentioned this from the very, very beginning. Before I even started this video, I should have just told you guys that a long time ago, someone on my Facebook posted a picture of a cloud shaped like a heart, and I was like blown away by it, because I'm like, I would totally, like, not that I was like jealous that they saw that and I didn't, but I was like, I would just love to see something like that. Like, if that's not like a sign from God, I don't know what is. So anyway, I just wanted to share that part with you, and I should have mentioned that earlier. But getting back to the story, I'm on my way to work, and I'm praying really hard, and I get to work, and I decide to email Chris after he called me. So when he drops Landry off at daycare, come on, he will call me. This is just our thing. He calls me to tell me how drop off went, because I'm a mom and I'm nosy, and I need to know those things, even though it wouldn't affect me anyway, but I need to know if he had a good day, you know, good drop off at school, or if he was upset. So Chris calls me, and he acts like nothing's wrong. You know, he's like, so drop off was okay, da da da. And I could tell this conversation was going to evolve into him saying he's sorry. And I was waiting for it, because I felt like he owed me an apology. So he starts off and he says, "I'm sorry that I was rude, but," and then before I let him continue, I completely cut him off, and I said, "No, that's not how you apologize." And I couldn't even go any further, because my blood started to boil, and I hung up the phone on him, which I shouldn't have done. But I'm in an office, and I don't want other people there to like hear my conversation with him. It's personal. It's one of the biggest reasons I hate being in a cubicle, because we all have lives outside of the office, and you know, it's just not part of my life I want to share with everyone at work. So okay, so now I hung up the phone on him, and I'm really just, angry at this point, and I set out to write this email, and I want him to learn this lesson, and I think other people need to hear it as well. So this is why I'm making this video. When you apologize to somebody, it's not, you never ever say, I'm sorry for whatever, but you never say but you, because when you say but in an apology, it completely takes the I'm sorry out of it, and it cancels it out, and your apology means nothing. It comes across fake and phony and insincere. So let this be a lesson, you guys, to learn how to properly apologize to someone. You say, I'm sorry that I was rude. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings this morning because I was rude. Period. That's it. That's all you, that's it. That's it. It's that easy. Humble yourself. Know that your actions, your behavior, your choice of words was wrong, that you know, chose to say something rude, and the consequences are hurtful. Know that and be done with it. I put this in this email, and I said to him, I just want to let you know that that's how you apologize to someone, whether it's me you're apologizing to or anybody. And I want you to know, beyond that, you let Landry see that it's okay to treat me that way, and it's not. So Landry's going to see stuff like that, think it's okay to treat his own mother that way or anybody else in his life, and it's not. And I want you guys to hear me. Your kids, your family members, the people in your life are seeing things like that, and they're putting that into their own life. They're thinking it's okay to treat people that way, and it's not. Especially sponges, like children, they pick up on things like that, and it's not okay to do that in front of them. And I feel like that's where, you know, this hurt was coming from in me. That's why I was so upset about something maybe you guys think is little. So anyway, I write this email, and I don't hear back from Chris all morning, and now it's lunchtime, and my heart is still obviously heavy from what happened. He hasn't responded, so I don't know how, you know, his day is going. I don't know how he's feeling at the moment. So I go outside to go to lunch, and there's a little window on the door I'm about to walk out of, and I see a janitor out there, and I push the door open, and the janitor's like looking out into the sky, and he just goes, it's a nice day out. And I really just took that moment, and I breathed in the air, and it's so warm and breezy, and it's not too hot. It's just literally a perfect day. And I'm like, you know what, it is so beautiful out. And I just stop and I look up, and not a cloud, but in the negative space of the clouds was a heart. And I see the blue heart come through from the sky, and that was such a sign from God to find the love in the negative spaces. And even though this morning started off kind of crappy, and, you know, Chris really kind of stole my joy away from that moment with Landry, I can still find the love for Chris in that negative thought, you know, in that negative time, in that negative space. And I really, like, I always tell God, if you have a message for me, you got to come through strong and bold and not subtle, because I'm dense and I'm really up in my own head a lot of the time. So if you have a sign for me, please make it come through bold. And I couldn't have asked for a more bolder sign than to see this heart in the sky that within an instant after looking at it, it blew away and it was gone. That heart that I saw inspired me to call Chris with a loving attitude and a forgiving attitude, and just say, hey, like, I love you. I love you so much. And I know that we have like rushed mornings. I know that we have hard times. I know that we're stressed out a lot. But in the midst of all that, like, let's not forget to love each other and treat each other kindly. And I just want to let you know, like, as your wife, I feel it's my job to make you a better man. The same part as you're, you know, my husband, you should be doing things to make me a better woman. So let this lesson of and how to properly apologize to someone be that lesson for you. And you know, he took it with a grain of salt, I think, and just realized that he didn't apologize properly, and my feelings were hurt. And if he ever goes throughout his life and has someone that he needs to apologize to, I think that this lesson will carry through. And hopefully it's something that will transcend down to Landry as well. But I just needed to share that with you guys. And, you know, I don't know where it affects you in your life, but I'm sure there's someone that we do need to apologize for or forgive. And if this comes through to you in that way, I'm so glad, and I'm so thankful for you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And I know just me believing in God, sometimes people think you're nuts because you do that, but honestly, it helps me to lead such a better life. So if that's your opinion, that's fine. You can keep that to yourself. But for me, I feel that he comes through in these ways so that I can share it with, you know, not only you guys, but my family as well. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.